What he's not considering though is that the FOSS community is like the worst community that you can have, brother. They use ad blockers. They don't like donating because they like everything for free. So Linus, consider what you're doing, brother, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Oh man, he's super unlucky. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening with Linus, but this sudden change, I think it's related to PewDiePie.
Yep, that's me.
Okay, but jokes aside, there is a common misconception that Linux is an operating system, when in truth, it's just one part of a modern desktop operating system. Specifically, it is the kernel. The kernel is an important part. It's responsible for managing resources and communication between the operating system and your physical hardware, but you...
Did you see that video from the president of Mexico? Look at what he does there.
It's responsible for managing resources and...
The fuck is he doing? Look at the handshakes.
Communication between the operating system and your physical hardware, but you are going to need other key components. Thankfully, you don't need to worry about that.
He speaks fast. Let's put it slow, a little bit slower. 1.25 I think is good. Pew speedrun Linux Mint to full on local lab while Linus is lingering on bugs with macOS for years. Yep. So I think he realized that you can be successful with the Linux side of things. What he's not considering though is that the FOSS community is like the worst community that you can have, brother. They use ad blockers. They don't like donating because they like everything for free. So Linus, consider what you're doing, brother, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Oh man, he's super unlucky. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening with Linus, but this sudden change, I think it's related to PewDiePie. I think it is. Like the higher ups at the LTT media group or whatever it's called said, you know what? We have business there. We have opportunities there. Like, let's stop talking shit about Linux and just praising Windows. I don't know.
Some fine gentleman or lady, probably with a severe caffeine dependency, already found everything you need, made sure it works together, and then bundled it for convenient distribution. Hence why we call Linux operating systems distributions, or distros for short. Distros? Plural, you say? I do. The beauty of open source is that anyone with an idea is welcome to create.
Now, can you imagine that he's like the most pro open source guy out there? Brother, that is suspicious, you know?
Their own flavor of Linux that they feel is best, which has resulted in a lot of choice for users. Some distributions
I see it more as poor choices and poor understanding.
Prioritize cutting-edge features and performance, while others prefer to prioritize stability. Some of them aim to be intuitive for PC or Mac refugees, while others seek to create something entirely new. Some are focused on what works best for developers, while others are laser.
Were you folks fans of back then what was known as Anthony, which is now known as, what is her name now? What's her name? Someone in chat know? I'll have to look it up. What do I have chat for then? Emily, man. You guys were not fan of Emily? Brother, she's the GOAT, you know? That's what I used to watch Linus's videos in the past. Am I subscribed to? Oh, I'm not even subscribed to it anymore. I am subscribed, you know. I was a fan of Emily. She was gone. It was like, it became like an ads channel. That's all you watch there, you know, like reviewing products, but it's pretty much ads all over the place. My wife used to tell me this, like, what the fuck are you doing watching ads? Like, you're just watching ads. And I'm like, bitch, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? Let the man do the work here. And I'm just watching. Oh man, good thing that she doesn't listen to any of this shit. But yep. I stopped watching it.
They're focused on gamers, which is all great, but it can create a bit of choice paralysis, especially for new users. I mean, unless you're willing to test drive every distro, how can you know which one is the best? Well, conveniently, most Linux distributions support live booting, a way to try before you buy, running them directly off of a piece of removable media like a USB thumb drive. We strongly recommend doing so. But if you're just a gamer who just wants to press start on your games and press play, that's still a fair bit of hassle. So if you don't feel like doing that, we did the work for
LTT was sponsored product reviews. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's where they lost me. I was like, man, and I'm gonna watch an ad for another camera for RAM, DDR5, DDR6, DDR8. I don't know. Like, yeah.
For you, benchmarking many of the.
But they're changing now. Like, they saw how honest PewDiePie was and what the response was, you know, and I think he's trying to become a PewDiePie, right? I think he is. How many subscribers? 17 million subs. And how many PewDiePie has? He has like 110. I don't know.
the most popular gaming distributions to see just how much performance
Oh man, and Jesus fucking killed him. You guys remember how brutal he was with what's his Nexus, right? Oh man, he just destroyed the fuck out of them, you know, like this one. You guys watch this video, right? Like, damn.
you can expect to gain from cutting-edge configurations, or in some cases, how much you might expect to lose from more conservative choices. One thing you won't lose out on, should you decide to watch on, is this segue to our sponsor. Settled on CachyOS, you'll borrow.
So now they put a like 5-second ad at the beginning and the real ad is at the end, right? Oh, here it is, here it is. So the ad is 820, 920. God damn it. So it's a minute ad, okay? But they just add a few seconds at the beginning.
Linux, Bazzite, PopOS, Garuda, and PeakOS. Yes, I can already hear you typing. What about X? But between picking these and testing them, the popular list changed, and by the time you're watching this, I'm sure it will have changed yet again. LTT stores like this too. Yesterday, there was no true spec cables in stock, and now they're super popular and flying off the shelves. Get yours today, lttstore.com. Anyway, the exact distros are not the point here, but instead we want to educate newcomers about
Where is his fucking mic? Is it up? Is his microphone up there? What quality of mic is it? Of course, it has to be up there, right? It has to be a pretty good mic.
distros in general to hopefully remove some of that decision paralysis that often occurs. With that in mind then, here's a convenient little table that outlines some of the key
What about Parrot OS? What the hell is that one?
differences between our selected flavors, or should I say, sub-flavors. All 6 of these distros are derived from one or another of the big distros that each come with their own pros and cons. But the main one, from a general gamer's perspective, has got to be third-party app support. Some app developers might only officially supply a .deb installation package. That's going to work really well on Ubuntu or Debian, which are closely related. Other developers might opt for RPM files, which Fedora can use out of the box. None of this is going to be a deal breaker, it just might be a little bit more work to get your favorite applications working. As for your desktop environment, this dictates how the OS looks and feels. Most use some version of KDE Plasma, which personally, I quite like. It feels very familiar to Windows users, while also bringing along some nice common sense improvements. The key things to watch out for then, in terms of performance, are the kernel version and the Mesa version. Newer kernels will bring better support for modern hardware and often better performance.
He has a full Hollywood studio setup. There's a mic. There's a mic man holding a boom arm.
While older kernels can offer the stability and security that only comes with long-term validation out in the field. As for Mesa, it provides the Vulkan drivers that your graphics card uses. So, if you're running Windows games, Proton, which you might have heard of before, translates DirectX calls into Vulkan, and Mesa takes those calls and turns them into work the GPU can actually execute. Basically, the newer your Mesa, the faster and smoother you can run Windows.
Which one? Like, which one are you gonna commit to?
Windows native games on your Linux machine. But how much difference is there then? To find out, we threw together a test bench with a Sapphire Radeon 9060 XT, starting with Cyberpunk. None of our tests
I don't give a crap
Garuda.
about games, brother. Like,
First
fuck games, all right?
round of testing for this video, we actually found that Garuda lagged behind, performing the same.
Shut the...
This is going to be a long-term. That in Labs' first round of testing in April, they normalized on the 25.0 major version of Mesa, and Garuda was underperforming across the board. This was pretty confusing, so to diagnose it, we reinstalled the system using the XFCE, only to get the same result again with both. After some more digging then, we found that the super customized and heavy desktop environment was impacting performance. We modified our Garuda installation then to use the CachyOS kernel and XFCE desktop environment, and all of a sudden the performance matched our other distros when using the same Mesa version. Now, we fast forward just a few weeks and many updates, and Garuda is not only performing alongside the other distros, but we found one case where it was even faster, which goes to show, guys, the kernel, drivers, Proton, all of it is getting updates constantly, and you should let those updates roll. So, with that in mind then, we're ready for our recommendations. And surprise! They're going to be CachyOS and Bazzite. With that said, this isn't down to performance, and the others are all worth trying for gamers to see if you like some of their creature comforts. Maybe use a live boot drive like I suggested before, with one exception actually. We're not going to recommend Garuda. While its performance is on par, we found that its out-of-the-box configuration of the Zen kernel and Dragonized to desktop environment could impact performance before, and while this can be rectified with Garuda, allowing kernel and
I'm at a certain point in which I don't care about the desktop environment too much. Because what do you see? You usually see the bar that you have at the top. I don't give a crap about how my desktop looks. Like, when was the last time that I looked at my desktop? Like, I haven't seen my desktop in you know, in a long time. Like, it's overrated. The menu bar, like there's like a start button in Linux I don't give a crap about the start button, brother. Like, as long as I have my bar at the top that shows me what I needed to show me, I don't give a crap, you know. Like, LTT has always been surface info with more enrichment value than hard data. This is, of course, comes with cost of accuracy and amount of information. You would probably want a window manager setup that you can customize a bar for, similar to what you have now. Yep, exactly. Bar.
And desktop environment swapping without even arcane shell commands, it's still not the most beginner-friendly solution compared to some of the more turnkey distros that we highlighted today. By the way, something this video skims over is the installation and day-to-day experience aspect for these distros. And for that, I'd strongly recommend heading over to lttlabs.com to read the companion article. I'd also recommend checking out the segue.
Okay. No useful information was found in this video. Like, okay, the choice was Cachy, why? Nobody knows. And the gaming one, Bazzite, right? Bazzite or something like that. So not Garuda, and there was no more information like on why that was the recommendation. Why Cachy? Like, why? Okay, doesn't matter. So I thought it was gonna be helpful. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, I'm on macOS. These guys were on macOS. They were as well on Windows. They want to switch to Linux. They're gonna share with me their experience and why they chose a specific operating system. But, you know, well, I've been thinking about Cachy. I'm not gonna switch Linux community. I'm not gonna switch to Linux. I want to try it, okay? But yeah, I've been thinking about Cachy. So the video did actually help me confirm that Cachy would be my best option. Probably. I just want something stable. I don't care if it looks ugly. And that works, okay? That's it. Nothing fancy. You highly recommend Garuda, brother. Linus recommended not Garuda, so I am not going to go with Garuda. Do you know who Garuda is? That is from the Vedic culture, right? It's the bird that Lord Vishnu used to fly on top of, a legendary divine bird creature with a mix of eagle and human features, serving as the mount of the Hindu god Vishnu and the national symbol in Indonesia and Thailand. Thailand? How do you say Thailand? Thailand? Is that where the Garuda Linux name comes from? I would assume it does. With Cachy with the tiling window manager. Yeah, probably. Yeah. You like stable, easy things. Yep, I like stable, easy things.